Cruisers, carrier planes, and army bombers would finish off all the crippled ships from both. As it entered the Surigao Strait, Force C was sailing with the battleships Yamashiro and Fuso and cruiser Mogami in column, with 4 destroyers. Destroyer Squadron 54 attacked in 2 groups. The first section raced down the strait and launched its torpedoes at 0300, hitting Fuso, which fell out of formation, sinking. 9 minutes later, the second section launched its torpedoes. 3 of the Japanese destroyers and the battleship Yamashiro were hit. 2 of the destroyers were sinking, and all 3 were knocked out of the fight. But Yamashiro continued to steam on. The Japanese column was now reduced to Yamashiro, the cruiser Mogami, and the destroyer Shigure. Altogether, 47 torpedoes had been fired by the first 2 destroyer groups to attack in the Surigao Strait. 5 Japanese ships had been hit, of which 3 had been sunk or were sinking. It was a superbly well-executed attack, one of the most successful destroyer actions of the whole war. But Force C's ordeal at the hands of 7th Fleet's destroyers was not yet over. As the right flank and then the left flank destroyers attacked, Yamashiro was hit again twice, and the damaged destroyer Mochishio was sunk. Altogether, the American torpedo attacks had accounted for 75% of the firepower of Force C. Meanwhile, the guns of the American cruisers and battleships, 64 of them massive 14 or 16-inch weapons, prepared to fire on the approaching Japanese column. The first American ships to open up were the right and left flank cruisers. Of the battleships, it was those with the latest radar that fired first: West Virginia, Tennessee, and California. Between them, they shot off 93 rounds of 16-inch and 132 rounds of 14-inch armor-piercing shell in 6-gun salvos. The cruisers fired more than 4,000 rounds. Overwhelmed by the storm of fire, Mogami and Yamashiro took hit after hit. 5 minutes after the American line had opened up, both ships were ablaze and slowly retreating. At 0419, the battleship Yamashiro capsized and sank, taking with her the force commander, Admiral Nishimura, and almost all her hands. Only the blazing cruiser Mogami and 2 destroyers, 1 badly damaged, were able to retreat back down the Surigao Strait. At first light, American aircraft from 7th Fleet's escort carriers were sent to find the remnants of Force C. During the night, the cruisers of the Japanese 5th Fleet had also begun to enter the strait, but had quickly fled, one of their number torpedoed by an American PT boat. Now they were the object of an intensive search by American aircraft and a chase by Oldendorf's fleet. Cruisers, carrier planes, and army bombers would finish off all the crippled ships from both Japanese forces, while of the whole Japanese southern force, only a cruiser and 5 destroyers would survive.